Morning all. So it's, I'll take that back. Afternoon all. It's 12:07 on Monday the 3rd. I've actually just reorganised the new craft room after the moving around everything yesterday. We've got a few new things in here, so I had to organise it. So over here, we've got there's actually another one lower down there and there. Two of my hula hoops from when I used to do hula hoop exercises, which I'm not allowed to do anymore. So they sit there doing nothing. They'll be used for weaving or something. I have a third hula hoop upstairs in the other room that has been used for weaving, which has never been finished. I showed you some of that it wasn't last year, I think it was this year, but at some point at the beginning of the year, I think, and said, make sure I do it, and I didn't. Oops. But that's there. So the fish tank is in. This stuff up here still needs sorting, but I think I'll do it another day. I'll just warm myself out. But it's in. The giant buffet is down here. So I can sit on that and crochet in here instead of in there. Though not today, because it's boiling in here. I thought, getting on in the year now, coming up to autumn, it would start cooling down. It'd be perfect temperature to work in here. But actually, it's absolutely sweltering in here right now. So I probably won't be able to spend too long in here. So I won't crochet in here as long as I'd hoped. I will have to move into the sofa, into the lounge where it's cooler. So the three of the mannequins are still along the double doors to get in and out, because we can just slide them out the way if we want to go out that way. The other one's actually in the windowsill there. Behind me here, this basket has been added, which is sewing supplies. So my scissors one's now there, and the embroidery thread is behind it. I now have up there, I don't know if you can see that, let me look, it's all reflecting. Hopefully you can see, no, that way. Hopefully you can see up there I now have my smaller project bags, and they're all along there. I'm hoping you can see that. I can actually see the screen. And then I have some of my bigger project bags just down here. I'm making you all wobbly, aren't I? So they're the ones I'm working on next. And then I have some stuffing just on the shelf here. And I found my remaining quilling box. I said I'd lost one. So I found that one. So that's in there. That's actually got the quilling stuff I was working on, so it's all in there. And I've got another project bag underneath the table, but that's odds and bits. Oh, and I got a non-working sewing machine under the table, because I think it could be fixed, and so it seems a shame to throw it out. It's a nice brother one. It's many years old. I think it's about 20 years old. But, I think it's just a tension issue, I'm not sure. So it might be fixed. And then the table here, I've got some stuff I need to sort on there. Some of it's magazines, some of it's patterns, some of it's actually artwork that I need to resort. But those things can be done slowly over a few days because they're not in the way of me being able to work. So I don't have to wear myself out doing them, which is quite nice. So, yep, now this room is back to being completely usable. And it took me 10 minutes. If I'd asked everyone else to do it, it would have taken longer because they don't have a clue. When it comes to tidying and organising, men just don't have a clue. No offence, but the men in my families don't have a clue. So I did it, but I've worn myself out for the rest of the day now. So I will be relaxing and crocheting, and if it cools down in here, I will do 5D painting, because I need to get some more filming done, but it is really hot in here. I thought I'd be good by now, but not quite. I'm guessing it's going to be another week or so of hot weather or something, I'm not sure, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, that's about it. Everything's pretty much tidy through all the way through now. Let's hope it stays that way. As I said, there's still some stuff to organise, and I still have my upstairs craft room to reorganise. But that can wait for another weekend and get them to help me, because that's a lot of lifting and things, and I can't do that. But I'm happy with it. I'm really happy I've got the buffet in here. I was wondering where I was going to stick it, but I think in here means that if I'm having a rougher day, I can continue to crochet just sat on the buffet, which is much softer, because basically it's just a giant beanbag, which I'd made years ago. Back when I used to sew regularly, I'd made a giant beanbag. Have I shown you it properly? Should we turn the camera around, which means I've got to stop filming? Giant beanbag next to the fish tank. Mally, do you want to sit on the beanbag so they can see how big it is? It's actually currently tied up around the back. So I'll get Mally to sit on it and then I'll get him to untie it and you can see it all out. See, so it's a pretty good size. But I use it to lay down in when I'm not feeling very well. So I'll undo it and so they can see it should fit in here. My adorable son. He's so good to me. He's getting embarrassed now. I can see his cheeks going red.
I didn't know somebody who is taller than you could be considered adorable.
Oh, feel the heat there. Right, pull it out a bit because you're going to hit your head. There we go. So, because I'm only 5 foot something and he's actually taller than me, I fit on that just fine. It does spread out a little further, but he's got it against here, so it's not spreading. It does spread out further. There we go. Let me stand up. Come back a bit. There we go. There. So he is taller than me. I'm 5 foot, so I fit on it, but almost perfectly. So that's what I lounge around in when I'm not feeling very well and can't get upstairs. So what I can do is just lay around in that and do my crochet.
I'm keeping it. Can I roll up in it?
If you want to roll up in it. This is an ongoing, the middle's coming out of it now. Let me turn you back. Yeah, that is what my niece Ruby Ann sleeps on every time I hit. She actually calls it her bed. That is her bed, as far as she's concerned. She sleeps nowhere else and hasn't for, how long have we been here? 9 years? So it must have made this about 8 years ago or something then. Yeah. So yeah, she's called her bed for the last 8 years. It's still doing well. It could do a little bit of restuffing because it used to be much fuller, but obviously, you know, over time the beans lose their air puffiness, so I could do with refilling it. It's got, I think, like 1 kilogram of beads, the polystyrene little balls, which, as you can imagine, is quite a lot. And I think I need to put another 1 kilogram back in it, to be honest, because it's really getting quite sloppy at the moment. It used to be much firmer for me. But, you know, it was one of my first big makes, and the kids love it. They all argue over who's going to have it. Several people asked me to make them, but when I explained that the cost of the fabric to make something this size, because faux fur don't come cheap, I only got it because my mother-in-law has loads from making toys and she gave me all. But she doesn't have many that's that big left, so I'd have to buy that, and then the cost of the beans to go with it. You know, I said you're looking at 50-60 quid minimum for me to make that, and they're like, I can't pay that. It's like, then you're not getting one. Simple as. It's expensive. I got it cheap. All I had to pay for was the beads, which cost me 20 quid, because the fabric was either given to me or stuff I had lying around from the inside things actually made from 2 fleece blankets that we'd use for picnics and things. So I washed them up. They're looking a bit raggedy, so I washed them up, cut them, sewn them together, and that's the inside done. And then I just had some lighter fabric, big ass piece that I had no idea what to do with, so I cut that up to put in there, and what I did is I made sure it was oversized so I could tie around the back, which creates a seat, and then we can untie it for the bed when I want to lay down. And then
it would be perfect for me to have this, as it would go quite well with my rings of change.
You are not having the rings of change. He is determined that rings of change is his.
It is mine.
It's not his.
Good luck keeping it.
Oh, I will be. Just everything I make nice, they want to nick, which I should see as a compliment that they really like my work, but it leaves nothing from me, so I'm being stubborn. They're not getting it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and do some crochet in the other room because I'm melting in here right now. But I'm hoping once it cools down a little, I mean it's 17 minutes past 12, so it's pretty hot of the sun at the moment. So I'm hoping another hour or so it'll cool down in here and I'll be able to work in here. We'll see, but I will catch you all later, because I'm not got much planned today, so I don't know what I'll show you. We'll see. Take care. Bye. Hi all. As you see, my frozen food is currently everywhere because I'm cleaning out my freezer, which is a mess, and had a very large amount of ice. I'm kind of worn out. I've reached as far as I can. Mally's now reaching the further end of the freezer for me because I can't reach in that far. But Tesco's now having a recall on veg and things, and as we are a lot of veg, I needed to go through and check. I've been meaning to do it for a while now. So I thought might as well sort the entire freezer while I'm here. I'm in my garage, if you can't tell, hence the disgusting mess that is my garage. That's my kitchen there. Yeah, we did have some of the stuff that's been recalled. I know you can take it back and get refunds, but I'm just binning it. There's no point. So I'm just binning the whole thing and currently trying to organise this because there's like 3 bags of opened onion rings. God knows how many open bags of veg, of multiple same ones. And what it is they put it away, and instead of doing my rule, keep the open stuff at the top, they just throw it on in. And then when they come to needing it again, instead of looking for the open bag, they just open another one. It's driving me insane.
Got something that's really going to shock you.
Oh look, more corn. I kept telling Duncan to stop buying me corn products. Not because I don't like it, it's because I have so much of it in the freezer. Because at one point they used to forget to buy food that I can eat, so I'd have no food. Now it's the other way around. They keep buying so much of it, I can't eat it all. I think there's probably 6 bags of corn mince, and 1 bag of corn mince lasts me a minimum of 4 meals. God knows how many vegan pieces bags. I think there's probably another 6 of them, and a few bags of other corn foods, as well as a very large amount of veg because I eat a lot of veg. And it's a nightmare in here, so I'm just sorting it. But yeah, as you can see, my garage is disgusting. I hate it. This is after a dump run. It gets worse. It was a lot worse. So this is what we're slowly sorting out. But I thought I might as well do the freezer while I'm here today, because I had a rest after doing the craft room and I felt up to doing something. So I thought I'll just look for that veg. Then I looked in the freezer and I'm sorting the freezer.
I'm guessing this was a steak or something.
No, that's... hang on, there might be cheese. Actually, I've no idea. It's Waitrose. Something from Grandma. I don't know. My mother-in-law sends us down food they're not going to eat because, waste not, want not. My boys will eat it. But she doesn't always label it, so I'm going to have to see what that is. She shops in Waitrose, so I'm sure it's something very nice. Right. I'm going to go and try to help Mally finish doing this. I'll catch you all later. Bye. Hey all. So, freezer is now thoroughly sorted, organised, and hopefully no one will keep opening multiple bags of the same thing. I am now in absolute agony and shattered, and I definitely won't be doing anything else for the rest of the day, because even just holding my hand up to hold this phone is really hard work. So I've decided to sit in here for a minute and just bask in the loveliness that is my craft room. There's cats outside. There's always cats in our garden. It's lovely. We're not allowed pets, so I love the fact that we have loads of cats come in our garden and they sunbathe and make themselves comfy, and it's cool. We've always had cats since we first moved in. I remember the first year we moved in, we had the conservatory doors open, and we had a cat come wandering in to get our attention to go and sit outside and play with her. She literally come in, stroked our legs, walked a little way, looked at us, meowed, walked a little way, looked at us, meowed. It's like, you want us to come out? She's like, yeah. It's like, okay, then so we went out and she led in the sun and had her play with us, which was adorable. So yeah, we've always had cats come and play. They're all lovely. And we don't have problems with cats' mess. Isn't that weird? The cats are lovely. They seem to like our garden to play in, but not to mess in, which is great for me. But yeah, so it's lovely just to sit out here and see everything. So I'm just recuperating out here. It's still actually rather hot in here, even though it's no longer sunny. And I've just got out of the freezer. But Yeah, I'm now on row 105, I think, of the Rings of Change. Sorry, I just noticed a new cat. We have a lovely new black cat coming to join. A minute ago we had a ginger one in here, which is our regular Simba, who's been coming since she was a kitten. But we have a new little black cat who's popped in to say hello as well. Having a little nose around the garden. We have a few tortoiseshell ones. Is that what they're called? Tortoiseshell something? Ones that come around. A few ginger ones and some white ones. But we don't really have many black ones around here, so it's nice to see a black one. But the more cats the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. If I was single, I'd be that crazy cat lady. I like my cats, whereas if Duncan was single, he'd be a crazy dog man. But yeah, so I'm on, I think it's 105 on the Rings of Change, so really close to finishing. I've actually almost finished that round, so I'll be on 106 in a minute. These last few rounds have been really simple rounds, so they're going really quickly. At least I think they're going quickly. It's still taking an hour, 2 hours, depending on the depending on the row. I can't say the word that I want to say. I'm sure you know what I was trying to say. So yeah, I don't want to. I did find while cleaning up, moving bad. I knew I had these somewhere. One, who put it in their collaboration? I can't remember who it was. Someone put in their collaboration, anyone find a use for them? I have them too. So, did anyone find a use for them? Because I refuse to bin them because they're perfectly good. I have 3 of them here and I know there's more of them around somewhere, which I've been saving to use. But I haven't actually found a use for them yet. So, ideas are very much welcome. I will check the comments of all the collabs in case anyone else came up with ideas for them. I have been monitoring them, but haven't spotted anything yet. And thank you to all the others who have also joined in the collaboration. I've been loving seeing all the different things. There's some really great ideas, not just for the craft storage. Canadian Crochet, I think it is. She come up with an idea for hair clips for shawl pins for a repurpose, which was great. I love seeing all the repurpose stuff, not just storage. So that was a really good idea because I need more shawl pins. So I'll have to try that myself. But yeah, I've been really enjoying seeing all the videos come out, so I've been watching them. I'm hoping I've not missed any, but I'm doing a search for repurposing for craft storage collaboration, because that's obviously what it was called. So I'm hoping anyone who's done one has named it the same and we can see it that way. If not, hopefully I'll just see it when I catch up with their videos. But yeah, it's been really good. I'm really worn out. I feel really good because not only have I done 2 productive things today, which is huge for me. That freezer's needed to be done for so long and no one else was doing it. So I feel good that that's done. I actually need to redo my cupboards. I haven't done them for a couple of months, and no matter how nice and neat I make my cupboards and I line everything up perfectly and everything's organised onto their set shelves, give it a week and they've destroyed it. So I need to redo that, but that's going to have to wait. I'd say tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure, well in fact I'm 100% sure, I am not going to be up and doing anything tomorrow. So it might be that I do that Wednesday or Thursday. It might be that I need to leave it till next week because I've also got the gym to do this week. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday, so I will be up early for that, so it may be that when I come back I'll do that. I don't know. I say doctor's, it's actually hospital appointment. I think this one's the endocrinologist, the one who deals with my cushions. I don't know why I'm going out. The last appointment with her was just, yep, out, and that was it. There was no testing, no check on how things were going. She literally just confirmed everything I already knew, that, you know, it was cushions and I have to take extra medication, and then out the door. Literally no point. It was just a repeat of the previous appointment. So I don't know what this appointment's going to be. Let's hope it's more useful, shall we? But yeah, and I've also got, that's on Monday, and then it's another 10 days later before my next hospital appointment, and that one's the rheumatologist. I'm still trying to get a doctor's appointment. I'm supposed to have gone back 3 or 4 weeks after my last appointment to check with them how the meds are going and whether we need to adjust the dose, which we really do. They're not doing anything. But but we haven't been able to get an appointment. It's my new doctors, and they are great, but apparently they're so great that there's so many new people that they don't have enough appointments for everyone, which is a right pain in the bum right now. So we're fighting to get me an appointment at the moment. But hopefully I'll get me one soon. Duncan rings up most of the time, but what he's got to do apparently is ring up on the day to see if we can get me an appointment if he rings early enough. But that doesn't work because he works in London. He needs to book time off, so no meetings, things for whenever we have this appointment. So it's becoming a bit of a challenge. So we're just going to have to see. But we'll get there eventually. But for now, I can just bask in this gloriously, currently rather hot thing. It's so lovely in here. I'm already feeling calmer. I'm still feeling a lot of pain, but I'm feeling calmer and not so drained because it's just seeing nature. It revives me. Not as much as going to a beach, especially in a thunderstorm. Oh, I get such an energy boost from that. Am I weird? I love a beach in a thunderstorm. It's just fabulous. Not, major storm or anything. Just, nice gentle little lightning storm. Sea's a bit rough and it's a bit windy. I don't go close to the beach if it's, gale force winds. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to get swept away or anything. But just a good old-fashioned lightning storm, I love it. But we don't live close enough to the beach for me to do that. When we lived in Plymouth, I used to take a walk down there because I lived close enough that I could just walk down to the Hoe down there, where the lighthouse and everything is, and I could just go and absorb it all. But here, it's actually a full-on drive, depending on which one you go to, 40 minutes to an hour, possibly a lot more. So Duncan has to take me. And of course he's at work, so he can't. He's not going to want to get up at midnight and take me out to a beach for a thunderstorm. Whereas back in Plymouth, before I got too ill, I was able to just take myself. Or as it more often or not happened, my lodger, Duncan's uni mate, would come with me because he loved it as well, which was really nice. I haven't seen him in years. The kids, the younger two, grew up with him in the house, so they loved him, but Mally never got to meet him because he'd moved out by then. But yeah, I miss being close to the beach. One day I'll get there. This way I think it's going to be retirement age before I get there. Not that I need to retire, Duncan does, so that we can actually move. Especially with the cut in Southampton uni, Mally possibly going to Chippenham College and then Bath uni for the course that he wants. Obviously that's minimum of 3 years away. He's only 13. But we've got to think ahead of these things because we can't move and then have to move again in 3 years time, so we have to see what we can do. I'm gonna go because I think I'm all talked out. Even though I'm enjoying this, I just want to lay here and enjoy it. So I'll catch you all later. Take care. Bye. Hey guys. So I'm on row 106, but I thought I'd just lay it out here. It's not laid out properly, as you can see. But I thought I'd show you how it's going. It's on the big giant buffet, but yeah, it's coming along. Down here, what's bunched up. So if we're down to here, I'm currently doing a popcorn stitch row, so now I lost my hook, but never mind, I'll grab it later. So this is the row I'm currently working on, all the way around. So I see my boring grey tiles there, but it's getting there. Yeah, so the blanket's come along, row 106. Actually, that row's going to take a little while to get done. The last couple of rows were really quick to work through because I've already finished an entire row today. But this second row that I'm doing for the day is much longer to do because of the popcorn stitch. It's slowing me down a little. I'm not particularly fast on doing that at the moment because I've not really done many of those. So, but it's getting there. I'm happy with it. If I can keep up this rate, I'll have it finished by the end of the week. but it depends on what exactly the remaining rows are, because I haven't actually read. So it could be that there's a couple more of the full-on pattern, like the popcorn ones, that take a little longer, whereas it's just double crochets and single crochets and things. I can work through them faster, because I work faster with those ones because I've used those most. It's the main patterning ones that I have a problem with. I mean, shell stitch and things, I can work through that pretty fast. It's once you have to take your hook out and you have to put it back on the other side and then pull it through. You know, it takes a while. Or it's, if there's a complicated counting pattern within something, I lose count very easily nowadays, so that can be a little annoying. But no, I'm really happy with this blanket. I still don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it'll be done soon. But I'm going to call it quits for a few hours, because I'm going to go and get a bath, because I hurt and I need a bath, because my hands are killing me. Well, pretty much everything on my body is killing me after that freezer. So I think have a bath for a couple of hours while I wait for Duncan to get home, and then I can have some dinner, and then I'll probably be able to knock out another hour or two crocheting. So I might actually get this row finished tonight. If I get this one finished, so even if I'm not going to bed, I probably won't start the other one until tomorrow. I try to finish at least a complete row before I go to bed, because I just like to have a fresh start in the morning. I'm really sorry you can see me rocking. I've still got the chair in the rocking mode. That's part of the health benefits of this chair, is that I can rock in it and adjust my hips, angle of my hips in the chair, especially when I got my feet up, which helps keep me not so seized up when I'm studying for long hours, which is nice, which is why I can work for longer hours on the 5D painting if I'm sat on this chair, because it just rocks backwards and forwards. But it means I like to get a habit of just sitting here and rocking, and then suddenly realising I'm rocking. Do you know how, like, when you have kids, you rock the kid in your arms, and you're fine, but even when you're not holding the kid, you're still rocking or swaying, like you were doing? I do the same thing, but on rocking chairs. I mean, I still do it with kids, but yeah, I sit down in a rocking chair and I automatically start rocking or spinning, because this one spins and rocks. Sorry. I should really put this on a tripod, and then I wouldn't be able to move because it'd be having to stay facing the camera. But I don't have a phone tripod anymore. It broke, and Maddie's lent me his a few times. Sorry, I'm moving there. But I can't keep borrowing his, because he's supposed to be doing videos himself. He has a YouTube channel, but he hasn't put anything up yet because he chickens out. Every time he makes a video, it's like, no, it's not good enough. No, that was not right. No, that's not good. It's ridiculous, because before he turned 13, he begged so much to have videos up. And then once he turned 13, I said, right, you can start putting videos up. He hasn't done one. He's 14 in April. But I'm sure he'll do one soon. Here's some more gaming and Minecraft and racing, that sort of stuff. So he'll eventually get one up, won't you, darling? Someday. Oh, that was a flattering angle, wasn't it? But yeah, so I'm going to get my bath. Mally is just going to take my tablet up, so he's going to want this phone as well. And I will check in with you all later and see if I've got the next row finished before I end this video or not. But I'll catch you all later. I hope you've all had a fantastic day. You take care. Bye. Hi all. So it's 9:39 on Monday the 3rd of September. As you see, I'm no longer out of the bath. I've just been doing some more on the rings to change. But I'm going to call it quits for the night because my dinner is about to come that Duncan's just cooked for me, and then we're going to go to bed. So I hope you all have had a lovely day. I've had a good day. I feel positive because I've got some stuff accomplished today, and that's the important thing. I got my room finished and I got that freezer sorted, so it's all good, and the house is coming along lovely finally. So I'm going to relax tomorrow, I think, so that I don't overdo things. So I will see you all tomorrow. You take care. Bye.